Hey everybody, it's Joe from Britical Saiyans here, and today I'm going to be showing you my yellow Brody deck profile. So, I've been trying to do this one for a while, but I've been trying to get a hold of all the promos for it, so it's taking its time. But anyway, so its auto is, when this card attacks, you may choose one card from your life at your hand. If you do, you draw a card, so you just get 2 cards each time it attacks, which is really useful. And it self-awakens.
+2.
Yeah, it's +2, as Matt said. And on the awaken, you get 2 energy back into this side. So this is the side that's kind of made it meta. Not going to beat around the bush, it was a meta leader.
One of those black things because it's fused with high mastery.
So, as the auto, when it attacks, draw a card. And it has 2 active main abilities that are both once per turn. So, firstly, you can choose one of your opponent's battle cards and switch it to rest mode. Its second active main is you can choose a card from your life and add to your hand, then choose it to one of your cards in rest mode and switch it to active. So it can be itself, it can be an energy or a battle card. Most of the time people just pick a battle card that can kill your opponent, but it is a case of taking your own life to do that, so this leader very much relies on you having good control over your life situation in card game, not anywhere else. So, as always, getting into the deck, we start the extra cards. So, there is 4 copies of Cold Bloodlust. So, Bloodlust is a counterplay. If your leader is Frieza's army, which he is because it's new Brody. The battle card plays has its skills negated for the duration of the turn. So it's just a nice little, like, make it vanilla sort of deal. And we have 4 copies of the negate for the deck, which is Fatherly Love Saves the Day. So it's counter attack. If your leader is yellow, you negate the attack. Then, if your opponent has 4 more cards in rest mode, choose which one of your opponent's battle cards and switch to rest mode. So because the deck tends to do a lot of like switch things to rest and using that to play cards out and yada yada yada, it's just very useful negate for the deck. Your opponent having stuff in rest is quite easy because that includes battle cards, leader and energy. So even if they're on 2 energy, they could still have swung their leader and the battle card, so you're just like, oh cool, slap it out. So that's where it comes in, and of course, like I said, it just sets up your abilities. So going to the battle cards now, and starting with the 1-drops, we have 4 copies of Dependable Saiyan Trunks. So his auto is, when you play this card, you look at up to 3 cards from the top of your deck, choose up to 1 yellow Saiyan card among them, add to your hand, then shuffle your deck. So it searches all your yellow Saiyans, which is basically the entire deck, minus Whis, which is in the deck. So yeah, you can add anything battle card related from your deck to your hand. And like I said, we got Whis at 3. So first auto is when you play a draw card. Secondary auto is once per turn. When your opponent switches their energy to active mode using a non-awakened skill during their turn, you choose up to one of your opponent's energy and place it in the drop. So very useful. It's a bit of like control and disruption on your opponent, and of course you can draw a card, so that's why we have him in. And finally, for the 1-drops, we have 2 copies of Son Gohan Ready for a Match. So this has the also, when you play this card, choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards, an energy cost of 4 or less, and switch it to rest mode. So again, it's just putting stuff in rest. I only run it at 2 because it's like, it's not necessary for a deck, it's just a nice little thing to have as a control element, and because it's a 1-drop, like, it's a nice cheap way to do all that stuff. So going into the 2-drops, we only have our super combos for the deck, which is 2 copies of the Pure Hearted Son Goku and 2 copies of Shigesh. Oh, I'm waving solidarity Shigesh, but if you've played the game long enough, you know what this big boy is. So, run 2-2 split because, well, they're both yellow Saiyans, so easily searchable. The Goku is, when you combo with his card, if your leader is yellow and your life is at 4 less, you draw a card and he gains 10,000 combo power. So obviously, awakening and getting 4 life is easy with our leader just constantly attacking, doing it himself. Which means this guy becomes active really quickly. And he's searchable, which is why I chose him over Jarko, which people tend to run with the leader. But because I'm searching Yellow Saiyans, it feels like a safer bet. And Shigesh, again, super combo. When you combo, if your leader's yellow and your life's at 4 less, it gains 10,000 combo power for the duration of turn. Then, you can choose up to 1 Saiyan card in your hand, with an age cost of 3 or less, and play it. So, there's quite a few things here that are playable with Shigesh. It's a nice easy way to get a battle card out, and of course you still get the combo power, you just don't get to draw, but, you know, small sacrifices. So, going into the 3 drops, which actually make up a large chunk of this deck, we have 3 copies of Display of Power Son Gohan. So Gohan is a 19k attacker, he has barrier, and the auto at the end of your turn switches card to active mode. So he's a target for Shigesh, which is good because you can then just swing and get back to active when you end your turn. And because he's 19, it means there's an awkward number that your opponent has to like give up a card regardless. So next we have 3 copies of Impenetrable Defense Trunks. That's an independent defense. Don't know why. So he has 20k. He's got Evolve onto a Trunks Future for 1 yellow and 1 colourless. He has Blocker, and the auto at the end of your turn switches to active mode. So he's a high attack blocker that can attack and defend you within the same turn of playing him, which is useful. It means that you're not losing him out or having to decide, do you want the attack or do you want to block? It can do both. And I run him because you have the Trunks 1-drop. If you find this one from it, you're like, okay, cool, my next turn's kind of set for me. If not, then it's just a nice bit of fodder, and it's a blocker if you need a blocker. So next we have 3 copies of Nappa Vegeta's Attendant. So this guy has 15k, and the auto ability of when this card attacks, if your opponent has a battle card in play in rest mode, this gains 10,000 power for the duration of turn. So it's pretty useful because it can become a 25k, and again it's to help with the whole putting things in rest mode. So, and in theory I'm not entirely sure on this, so it would be a rule check sort of deal, but you could, with the leader's ability, so you could be swing Nappa, use this effect, restand it, swing it again. And I think, I'm not certain, Nappa could gain the 10k again, making him a 35. Again, don't quote me on that, it's just something I thought of as I'm reading the card. But again, Nappa's just there to play around with everything going in rest mode. So next we have 4 copies of Prodigal Dynasty Son Goten. So he's 15k. He does have swap 4 ability for 2 yellow, but we don't use him for that. He's purely a combo piece in this deck because of his auto ability. So auto, when you combo with this card, if one of your yellow battle cards is being attacked, this gains 10,000 combo power for duration of turn. So if something feels being attacked, it becomes like a 15k combo piece for it, which could be enough to get you out of the situation. It has to be a battle card, so you can't use it on your leader annoyingly, but it does protect your board, which is what matters. And finally in the 3 drops we have 3 copies of Sun Goku Guardian Angel. So you can't tell where this deck's going slowly. So 3-drop 10k power, 10k combo for 0 cost because of his auto ability. So he has the permanent of, unless the display of power Son Gohan is in your battle area, can't place this card in your combo area from any area. I realise I may have made a bit of a misplay of that during our game. Forgot about it's permanent.
What?
Can't use them if I don't have the Gohan.
Oh, the Gohan needs to be in play before you can.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's my B. I will make aware of that. But anyway, so has the auto of, at the end of the battle which you combo with this card from your hand during your opponent's turn, if your leader is a yellow Saiyan, which it is, play this card in rest mode and you can't play another copy for the duration of turn. Which is okay, we've only got like 3. But the annoying part is it does come in rest. So your opponent can just attack it. And he has the active bane of paying 3 energy. You choose 1 display of power Son Gohan from your battle area and place it in its owner's drop area. Choose 1 finishing blow Son Gohan from your hand, play it, then place it this card underneath that one. So you swing the 3-drop Gohan, you then pay the 3 energy, use this ability, and place it under your new one. Which then triggers that card's abilities and yada yada yada. For the 4-drops we have 4 copies of Brody Paralysing Presence. So this guy has the permanent of, if the total number of cards in rest mode between you and your opponent is 3 or more, reduce the energy cost of this card in your hand by 2. So it becomes 1 yellow and 1 colourless to play. And he has the active bane of once per turn, choose 1 for your opponent's battle cards in rest mode, and that cannot be switched to active mode during your opponent's next turn. So it keeps something down in rest, which is useful. And again, plays into what the deck does. So for the 5 drops we have 2 copies of Finishing Blow Son Gohan. He's got 30k in double strike, and he has the auto of Sparking 7. When you play this card, if your opponent has 4 more energy, and if there is a Son Goku Guardian Angel under this card, choose all of your opponent's energy, switch it to rest mode, and this gains dual attack for the turn. So ideally you play it out using Guardian Angel's ability to do that. He's a very good target for the leader's ability to restand something, but he can only attack 3 times like total if you're doing that, because you do the initial like 1, 2 with Guardian Angel, you restand him, and then Brody activates, he swings 1 more time. So that's ruling we've been given, and that's what we're going by. So people can argue otherwise, but that's what we're doing, and that's how I see it working, and I'm okay with that. So next we got 4 copies of the 7-drop Brody Demonic Intimidation. So he's got 30k, 7 cost for being yellow. He's EX evolved for 2 yellow on top of a yellow Brody BR card with an edge cost of 4. So, that guy. He has the permanent ability of, if the total number of cards in rest mode between you and your opponent is 6 or more, reduce the energy cost of this card in your hand by 3. So it just becomes 3 yellow and a colourless to play him out. He has the auto of, when you play this card, you can only activate skills on cards that are green or yellow and no other colour for the duration of the turn. Obviously not a problem in this deck because it's like mono yellow. It's supposed to play into like if you're using all the green Brody stuff, and by that point you're not really mixing 3 colours into the deck. And he has the active main of, once per turn, you choose a card from your hand, place it in the drop, choose 1 of your opponent's cards in rest mode, and that card can't be switched active until the end of your opponent's next turn. So you can dump a card to tap an energy down permanently, or like a leader or whatever, which is useful. And yeah, so long as you have the cards to meet its requirements, you're fine. And finally, we have 3 copies of the 9-drop Broly Explosive Wrath. So this is 9 cost, 35k power, 4 cost being yellow. He has EX Evolve for 2 yellow onto this guy. It has to be a Broly that's yellow and cost 7, so yeah, it just plays on top of him. He has Double Strike. His permanent, you can reduce its cost by 4, so long as you and your opponent have 8 or more cards in rest mode. So this one requires 6, the other one requires 4, pretty sure, 3. Okay, so 3, 6, and then this guy requires 8. But by the time you're playing him, that's kind of easy. Or you just do the EX Evolve. So, and he has the activation once per turn. You choose a card from your hand, place it in your drop. If your opponent has 3 or more energy, choose up to one of your opponent's cards from rest mode and place that in its owner's drop. So, again, just something in rest mode. Obviously can't be the leader. For anyone trying to say that. But you can just like get rid of one of their energy or battle card. As long as they have 3 or more energy, which is kind of simple because by the time you've played that, you are aiming for them to, like for yourself to be fairly high up on energy, just so that you can get like the reduced cost perhaps, or because of how the game is going anyway. So that being said and done, that is my yellow Broly deck profile. Do leave your thoughts in the comments, it's always interesting to read them, and thank you for watching. Bye.